Hi everyone, I'm Miss Briana from the Hopewell Branch Library. Welcome to another edition of the Middle Grade Book Club. Today, in celebration of Pride Month, I'm going to highlight the author Ashley Herring Blake. Her website can be found at ashleyherringblake.com. From her website, I learned that Ashley Herring Blake is an award-winning author who writes books for middle grade children, young adults, and adults. She holds a master's degree in teaching and loves coffee, arranging her books by color, and cold weather. She lives on a very tiny island off the coast of Georgia with her family. Today I'm going to focus on her middle grade books. Ashley Herring Blake's books for middle grade readers are gentle coming-of-age stories about middle school children dealing with the confusing feelings of first crushes, the ups and downs of middle school friendships, and the troubling questions of identity and belonging. With the help from friends and family, these brave characters learn to love and accept themselves. Ashley Herring Blake's books explore LGBTQ themes with compassion and reassurance. Including many age-appropriate experiences, these stories allow readers a chance to read about and explore these feelings in a safe way. Now, let me tell you more about her great books. Her debut middle grade novel, which was published in 2018, is Ivy Aberdeen's Letter to the World. When a tornado rips through town, 12-year-old Ivy Aberdeen's house is destroyed, and her family of 5 is displaced. Ivy feels invisible and ignored in the aftermath of the storm, and what's worse, her notebook, filled with secret drawings of girls holding hands, has gone missing. Mysteriously, Ivy's drawings begin to reappear in her locker, with notes from someone telling her to open up about her identity. Ivy thinks and hopes that this someone might be her classmate, another girl for whom Ivy has begun to develop a crush. Will Ivy find the strength and courage to follow her true feelings? Ivy Aberdeen's Letter to the World exquisitely enriches the rare category of female middle grade characters who like girls and children's literature at large. Her second middle grade novel, published in 2019, is The Mighty Heart of Sunny St. James. When 12-year-old Sunny St. James receives a new heart, she decides to set off on a new life plan. 1. Do awesome, amazing things she could never do before. 2. Find a new best friend. And 3. Kiss a boy for the first time. Her new life plan seems to be racing forward, but when she meets her new best friend Quinn, Sunny questions whether she really wants to kiss a boy at all. With the reemergence of her mother, Sunny begins a journey to becoming the new Sunny St. James. This sweet, tender novel dares readers to find the might in their own hearts. Her most recent middle grade novel, which was published in May of this year, is Hazel Bly in the Deep Blue Sea. Hazel Bly used to live in the perfect house with the perfect family in sunny California. But when a kayaking trip goes horribly wrong, Mom is suddenly gone forever, and Hazel is left with crippling anxiety and a jagged scar on her face. After Mom's death, Hazel, her other mother Mama, and her little sister Peach needed a fresh start. So, for the last 2 years, the Bly girls have lived all over the country, never settling anywhere for more than a few months. When the family arrives in Rose Harbor, Maine, there's a wildness to the small town that feels like magic. But when Mama runs into an old childhood friend, Claire, suddenly Hazel's tight-knit world is infiltrated. To make it worse, she has a daughter Hazel's age, Lemon, who can't stop rambling on and on about the Rose Maid, a local 150-year-old mermaid myth. Soon, Hazel finds herself just as obsessed with the Rose Maid as Lemon is, because what if magic were real? What if grief really could change you so much you weren't even yourself anymore? And what if, instead, you emerge from the darkness stronger than before? If you would like to read more books about LGBTQIA characters and themes, here are a few books I really enjoyed. The Pants Project by Kat Clark. Technically, Olivia is not a girl, even though he was born as a girl. He's transgender. Liv knows he was always meant to be a boy. But at Bankridge Middle School, the dress code means he can't wear pants, only skirts. So, Operation Pants Project begins. To Liv, this isn't just a mission to change the policy. It's a mission to change his life. And that's a pretty big deal. One True Way by Shannon Hitchcock. From the moment she met Samantha, star of the school basketball team, on her first day at Daniel Boone Middle School, Allison Drake felt she had found a friend. Something she needs badly since her brother died and her father left. But as their friendship grows, it begins to evolve into a deeper emotion. And in North Carolina in 1977, it is not easy to discover that you might be gay. Star-Crossed by Barbara D. Maddie, a star student and passionate reader, is delighted when her English teacher announces the 8th grade will be staging Romeo and Juliet. And she is even more excited when, after a series of events, she finds herself playing Romeo opposite Gemma Braithwaite's Juliet. Gemma, the new girl at school, is brilliant, pretty, outgoing, and if all that wasn't enough, British. As the cast prepares for opening night, Maddie finds herself growing increasingly attracted to Gemma and confused, since just days before she had found herself crushing on a boy named Elijah. Is it possible to have a crush on both boys and girls? If that wasn't enough to deal with, things backstage at the production are starting to rival any Shakespearean drama. In the sweet and funny look at the complicated nature of middle school romance, Maddie learns how to be the lead player in her own life. Better Nate Than Ever by Tim Federle. Nate Foster has big dreams. His whole life he's wanted to star in a Broadway show. But how is Nate supposed to make his dreams come true when he's stuck in Jenksburg, Pennsylvania, where no one, except his pal Libby, appreciates a good show tune? With Libby's help, Nate plans a daring overnight escape to New York. There's an open casting call for E.T. the musical, and Nate knows this could be the difference between small-town blues and big-time stardom. Drum Roll Please by Lisa Jen Bigelow. Melly only joined the school band because her best friend Olivia begged her to. But to her surprise, quiet Melly loves playing the drums. It's the only time she doesn't feel like a mouse. Now she and Olivia are about to spend the next 2 weeks at Camp Rockaway, jamming under the stars in the Michigan woods. But this summer brings a lot of big changes for Melly. Her parents split up, her best friend ditches her, and Melly finds herself unexpectedly falling for another girl at camp. To top it all off, Melly's not sure she has what it takes to be a rock and roll drummer. Will she be able to make music from all the noise in her heart? The Misadventures of the Family Fletcher by Dana Allison Levy. This fun, action-packed book relates the adventures of a family with 2 fathers, 4 adopted boys, and a variety of pets as they make their way through a school year, kindergarten through 6th grade, and deal with a grumpy new neighbor. Anna on the Edge by A.J. Sass. 12-year-old Anna Marie Jin, the reigning U.S. juvenile figure skating champion, is not a frilly dress kind of kid. So when Anna learns the next season's program will be princess-themed, doubt forms fast. Still, Anna tries to focus on training and putting together a stellar routine worthy of national success. Once Anna meets Hayden, a transgender boy new to the rink, thoughts about the princess program and gender identity begin to take center stage. And when Hayden mistakes Anna for a boy, Anna doesn't correct him and finds comfort in this boyish identity when he's around. As their friendship develops, Anna realizes that it's tricky juggling 2 different identities on one slippery sheet of ice. And with a major competition approaching, Anna must decide whether telling everyone the truth is worth risking years of hard work and sacrifice. To Night Owl from Dogfish by Holly Goldberg Sloan and Meg Wolitzer. Avery Bloom, who's bookish, intense, and afraid of many things, particularly deep water, lives in New York City. Bette Devlin, who's fearless, outgoing, and loves all animals as well as the ocean, lives in California. What they have in common is that they are both 12 years old and are both being raised by single gay dads. When their dads fall in love, Bette and Avery are sent against their will to the same sleepaway camp. Their dads hope that they will find common ground and become friends, and possibly one day even sisters. But things soon go off the rails for the girls, and for the dads too, and they find themselves on a summer adventure that neither of them could have predicted. Now that they can't imagine life without each other, will Bette and Avery, who sometimes call themselves Night Owl and Dogfish, figure out a way to be family? Well, I hope you enjoyed learning about all of these great books. If you'd like to borrow any of the books I shared with you today, please visit our website at www.mcl.org. Or you can download our new app called My MCLS NJ to your tablet or smartphone. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you soon at the library.